man, you watch it happen with people, especially early on, man. When you start putting in real time into your shedding, the growth becomes so obvious. Like there's like little thresholds that you cross, and that's the payoff to all that bathroom cleaning, memorization
Right.
things that happen. Is like it's you can feel discouraged because it feels like you're just practicing a bunch of boring stuff
Right.
and doing this, and then one day there's like, how it happens, just like something clicks, and it's like you start to see the matrix, man. You
Right.
get your first little glimpse at like
Yeah.
how things really work behind the
But
scenes.
you got to get through it first. And
You
I think,
have to
so
get through that.
how would you, having gone through it,
Uh-huh.
what would you say to someone who's like, man, I just don't feel like I'm getting any better. I feel like I'm putting in the time, but I'm tired of playing scales. I'm tired of playing chords, arpeggios. I'm tired of working on my reading. I just don't feel like I'm getting there. I don't feel like I'll ever get there.
Oh, yeah, I would first of all let them know that if they are putting in the time, they are getting better. There's no way. Like if you're putting in the time and you're practicing diligently and organizedly, we were talking about Alexis before, and I think you
Alexis
interviewed him.
Sklarevsky,
Yes.
yep, great
And
bass teacher.
and Alexis in his infinite wisdom one time asked the class, who has fun when they're practicing. Did he do this with you
I
guys
don't
ever?
recall.
It's
It's a long time ago.
and like half the kids raised their hand, not me, not a couple. And he looked at everybody and he said, I don't think you guys are practicing because practicing's not fun. Playing is fun. That's why they call it playing.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's true to a degree, but I also think there's a balance thing. If you feel like you're not getting better, but you're putting in the time, you might not, you somehow you still have to balance the part of music that made you want to pick up that instrument
Yeah.
in the first place.
Save a little time to be able to get, just have joy with it.
To just have joy with it.
Yeah.
Exactly. To just play because, like talking about those light bulb moments, I can remember this happened sometime in the first 3 or 4 months there. So I'm learned 2 octave scales. We're now learning the modes and learning the harmonized major scale in these things, and I don't really understand why. And at the same time, I'm learning from Schroeder and playing blue bossa, playing standards. That was a jazz intro to jazz situation at MI. And like I still wasn't really getting like everything together with all those classes. I was putting in the time and definitely could play these patterns fine, but they didn't mean anything.
Yeah, it was
to me.
all just sort of scattered. It wasn't. There was nothing to make it cohesive.
It didn't mean anything to me, but just like all of us, we all have something that when you pick up the instrument at whatever level you're at, your go-to thing, like you're testing to see if the instrument sounds good, lick or whatever. And I picked it up and started playing my little like wannabe James Brown kind of funk line or something. And all of a sudden, man, I saw like G Mixolydian in it and went, oh my God. And then within that G Mixolydian, I saw D Dorian and everything that had been in a box that big on the instrument all of a sudden turned into a box that big on the instrument. And within an hour of me playing and messing around with it, turned into a box that big on the instrument.
That must have been totally exciting.
Oh, it was mind blowing, like a drug. Like it was like playing a gig. You get a shot of adrenaline and just again, like it was everything just all of a sudden. But if I hadn't just been sitting around in my room messing around playing for the fun of it, at the end, I mean, it was probably 2 a.m. at my grandma's house with no amplifier. I'm just messing around, and all of a sudden it was like the grid opened up, and I understood why I was learning all these things.